Well, hello, my YouTube family. 4 down, 1 more to go, people. Wasn't such a bad day today. Today was a relatively good day. Hopefully, the end of the week, we can end the week the same way the last 2 days have been. You know? The last, I'd say, half hour of the day, little girl, because I think boss man, no, he was still in his office, I think, but he had his door closed. This girl had some work to do, but she said, screw it, I'm just going to leave it for tomorrow. Proceeded to watch videos on her computer. And she started to watch a bit of The Sound of Music. Now, I was kind of surprised because I'm like, Sound of Music? Your generation watches movies like that? And she was singing the song, Doe, a deer, a female. And I was like, what? She said, oh yeah, my grandmother used to watch. I said, oh, grandmother. She threw her grandmother into it. And I said, well, did you ever watch West Side Story? And she said, isn't there a new? I said, no, the original version, not the one that's coming out now. The original version. She said, I don't know if I saw that one or not. And then she started to play a clip from Dirty Dancing. I said, oh, you know this movie too? She said, oh yeah, Patrick Swayze was fine. I said, yes, he was rather good looking. I said, believe it or not, the story that got me to see this movie was because my mother had a crush on Patrick Swayze. Which is the truth, people. I'm not making it up. My mother had the hots for Patrick Swayze. And so that's how I got dragged into going to see Dirty Dancing. Yes, good movie. And she was like all into the movie and yes, people. So I was kind of, for the last half hour of the day, actually it really was the last 45 minutes or so of the day, which really wasn't going fast enough until she started to play those videos on her computer. And her computer's right next to mine, so I could see what she was. And she put it on the wide screen, when you can widen up your screen. And I was like, girl, you gonna get yourself. And she goes, he's behind closed doors. He's not gonna do nothing. I was like, okay. And so the last hour or 45 minutes of the day really wasn't so bad. We were watching clips of Dirty Dancing and all of this and singing the song and all of that. So yeah. It was fun, actually. It was a lot of fun. It made the time go by, at least. At least it made the time go by. So I can't really complain. Okay, so let's do lips of the day because you can't miss these puppies. You can't miss them. What is going on here? What is happening here? What is this? Oh, okay. All right. So let us start off with the liner, which is a NARS lip liner in the shade African Queen. I don't know if y'all be able to see that, but that's what it says. African Queen right there. Light. And filled is it L'Oreal? Yes, it's a L'Oreal Colored Juice Stick. I have worn this a number of times before. In the shade Cherry Freeze. That is Cherry Freeze. And that is Cherry Freeze. See how glossy it is? It's a gloss stick. And that is Cherry Freeze. And what is the shade? Red. Yes. Yes, it is. There you have it. Okay, people. I swear, there's really nothing else to discuss. The other partner of where I work, he is on vacation. So he's the loudmouth of the two. It's been rather quiet. rather quiet. Okay. But I kind of actually, I thought I didn't like him, but it's the other one, the one that's in the office, that he makes me nervous. He makes me nervous. Scared nervous, you know what I mean? Not nervous like he's going to harm me or anything. Just kind of scared nervous. You know how some people just intimidate you a little bit? He unfortunately does that. Probably doesn't even realize that he's doing it, but he always has a scowl on his face. He like rarely smiles. And it, you know, I think the first time I actually really saw him smile, I don't think he even smiled when he hired me. But or actually in our interview, I don't think he smiled at all. I think the only time I really saw him smile was when we had a party. What was it, last week? We had like an anniversary celebration of the law firm, and we had cake and balloons and all of this, and he was telling stories and all of that, and surprisingly enough, wow, he can actually smile. No, just because you're in a particular field, that doesn't mean that you have to be so mean and serious all the time. I understand that your business is serious, but do you have to be so serious all the time? So yeah. And in case you haven't picked up on the fact that I work at a law firm, yes, I work at a law firm. So there you go. So that is it for, Lord Jesus, 4 down. 1 more to go. I can't believe we still have 1 more to go. This week dragged ass like nobody's business. Like, it always drags ass the day or the week before there's going to be a day off. And yes, people, Veterans Day, I do have off. So, you know, I can't wait. And I still have to work, what is it, 3 days? Because, I think Veterans Day falls on a Thursday. And I think we just have that Thursday. We don't have Thursday and Friday. We have that for Christmas Eve, I think. But, not for Veterans Day. We just have that day, and we still have to come back to work that following Friday. So it is what it is, people. Let me tell you something, though. I was this close. Can I tell you this close? To you know, calling in sick today. You want to talk about not wanting to go to work today. But then I realized, well, Nancy, you were out sick last week. So you better not make a habit of it. Don't do this. So I put my big girl panties on and went to work. There are only 2 more months left of the year. I'm going to try to make the best of it. Okay? November, we are in November, and then December. In January, I think we'll make the fact that I was at this job for 6 months. So I'll be very, very happy. Let's see. August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah. Yes, indeedy do. Yes, indeedy do. So, you know, try to make it to 6 months, girl. And I'm slowly but surely, not even slowly but surely. Well, yeah, slowly but surely. Definitely the but surely part. I'm getting more confident in my responsibilities. Little girl still has to be there in case I have a question or two. But at least I'm asking her less and less. Like, now I'll finally do everything, and before I seal everything up, I ask her to check to make sure I didn't leave anything out. And that was yesterday, I think. And she checked everything, and she's like, she gave me a high five. She's like, girl, you got everything. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. I just have to focus. I have the list of everything that I need to do. She wrote it out very clearly for me. So I just follow step by step. I try not to skip. I try not to be cute, because that happened to me last week. I was trying to be cute, and I'm like, check, because I think I got everything. And she check. And then I had left something out. And she goes, you left this. And I was like, but I made sure this time that when I had to package up what I had to package up, gave it to her, and I didn't leave anything out this time. I did it all. All I had to do was seal it and let it go. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. I'm not going to say there are a lot of steps, but you can't skip. You can't skip nothing. You have to do everything. And sometimes, trying to be cute. I think I got it. No, you don't. Bitch, follow the list. Follow what you're supposed to do. So that's what I have to do from now on. Until I get the hang of it, then I won't even have to look anymore, and it'll just become routine. But I have a feeling it's going to be a while. Maybe I need to put a year under my belt before I can finally relax and be able to do it, practically with my eyes closed. But my eyes are wide open now. Trust. Okay, so that takes care of that. So I didn't have anything to mail out today. Yesterday, I don't think I had anything to mail. No, today I didn't have anything to mail out. And I'm hoping that tomorrow will be the same. Crossed fingers. Hopefully tomorrow will be as easy as it was today. Let's just put it that way. Then on Saturday, no, not on Saturday, next week, Veterans Day, when we have off, I have to go finally get the visor on my Jeep fixed, because it just needs to be fixed. So I finally just pulled out the visor and just put it on because it was dangling in front of me, and it was kind of beginning to block my vision. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't stay up. So I just slipped it out of wherever, because that's what's the problem. You usually don't slide out a visor. So something obviously broke inside or got loose or whatever. It just has to be fixed. I sent it to be, well, I didn't send it. I drove in to the Pep Boys, and the person who quote unquote fixed it, it was just a Band-Aid. He didn't fix it. Now it has to be now I'm not going to the Pep Boys. I'm actually going to a Jeep dealership. And I made an appointment to get it fixed. So that's just that with that upon that. 8 o'clock Thursday morning, whenever Veterans Day is. 8 o'clock a.m. I gotta be there. Okay, so other than that, people, that is it. That is all. Was there anything to talk about last night? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, part 4. I think the last part. Why didn't they just get rid of the other women and then Andy just interview Erika? Because she was the majority of the whole interview, of the whole reunion, really. He didn't talk to anybody else but her. I mean, talk about grilling. He said he's going to fire it up on her, and he sure as hell did. She took it like a champ. She answered everything like a champ. Whether it was with attitude, without attitude. She cried a little bit. But, you could tell that when she tears up, she hates it. Because I don't think she likes to look weak for anyone. Anyone. She doesn't want to show a soft side, because I have a feeling she thinks that showing a soft side would show weakness. And she is a strong mother. And I'm not talking about just being a mother as in like a mom. A mother, you know what I'm saying? She is a strong mother, you know what I mean? So she took it like a champ. Whether you believe her, whether you don't believe her, I'm still on the fence. Like if I believe her, then I have to not believe the doubts that the other women have. And they are legitimate doubts. You know, when her husband was really stealing money from the orphans and all of them, was she aware? Was she not aware? Some people say, how could she not be aware? Other people are saying, well, if he kept everything away from her, how could she be aware? So I'm on the fence. I don't know. Only she knows the truth. Only she knows the truth. And apparently now her husband, her ex-husband, is suffering from dementia. So if he's on his way out, he will die with that secret of whether he knew, whether he didn't know. Now he's at a point of, does he know that he knew? Because, you know, your mind goes. Is he aware of what he knows? It's a whole lot of, it's just a whole lot of. So she has to go on with her life and, you know, leave this part behind. I don't know if we'll ever, or if people will ever forget or forgive her. Like, what does she have to be forgiven for? She is paying for the sins of her husband. And seeing that he is so disabled, suffering from dementia and all, the responsibility is falling on her shoulders. And it's a heavy burden, let me tell you. But she's going to try to, you know, carry it on as much as she can. Now people are wondering, well, this is well deserved because she knew all along. Did she though? Do we know for a fact that she knew what her husband was doing? The secrets will die with whoever and whenever. That's really it in a nutshell. So if any of my family members are watching, have watched, will continue to watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, please hit me up. Let me know how you thought about the reunion. Whether you believe Erika or not, let me know. Because maybe you guys will say something that may trigger something that I never thought of. Or maybe you believe her, maybe you don't believe her. Tell me if you believe her and why, if you don't believe her and why. And, you know, let's have, I'm not saying an open forum discussion, but I'm interested and curious to know what you guys are thinking. If you even watch Real House of Beverly Hills, if you watch any of the Real Housewives shows, you know I watch them all, right? But right now we're focusing on Beverly Hills. So if you have seen the reunion and have, you know, watched the show, then obviously you've been following the storyline. So if you've watched it, let me know what your thoughts are. You know, why you believe her, why you don't believe her. And maybe you'll trigger something that'll, you know, open up another door into, oh, well, I never thought of that. Or, oh, yeah, I knew about that. You know, let's have a little, you know, group family discussion. Okay? All right, well, that is it, people. I am tired. You understand what I'm saying? Not just tired. I am tired. Okay? Red. Not that kind of red. But you know what I'm saying. I am just tired. Okay? All right? So I am going to go now. 4 down. God help me. 1 more to go. And then we are into the weekend. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. Oh, yeah, people. I forgot about my eyeshadow. How can I forget about my eyeshadow? Almost forgot. This is LA Girl eyeshadow collection in nudes. And, of course, they don't have any names. Get rid of the brush so it doesn't fall. The one I am wearing is this one. Right here. This one. It's kind of like a pinky shimmer. I don't know if y'all be able to see. It's kind of like, it looks like a silvery shimmer on my eyes, but it's not. It's like a pinky, I can't really say pinky silver. It's a kind of a frosty, if you can see, frosty pale pink. The whole palette is kind of a pinky-esque palette. I love this palette to death. And I thought I lost this palette. I was going to reorder it because I really love this palette. I think, like I said, I think this is my first big palette like this. This is the very first one I ever had. So it is rather old, but I refuse to let it go. I refuse to let it go. I just can't. I just love these shades. They're of the nudish variety with the exception of maybe these last three. The rest are pretty. Even this one is that it's a relatively pale, nudie eyeshadow palette, excuse me. Except for, you know, these two are like a dark, this is a dark brown. It's not black. This is a super dark brown. And then this one is kind of like a gray brown. This one right here. But the palette is is really one of my favorite palettes. And so, this is it. LA Girls Nudes. So, it's from this palette that my eyeshadow is from. And there you go. Let me see if I can. There you go. That's the eyeshadow. Can't really see it that much. And, oh, people. I guess I forgot to show you the lipstick. There you go. Very shiny. Red. That's what that one is. Shiny red, people. Cherry Freeze L'Oreal in L'Oreal color juice stick. Cherry Freeze. I have another one. Plum Crazy, I think, is the other one that I have. But here we go. Eyeshadows, lipsticks. We're talking about all sorts of things. But this is the eyeshadow palette that the one shadow that's on my eyes I'm wearing. Okay, so that is it, people. Now it is time to go. Now I have to go because I am tired. You understand, don't you? Okay. All right. So that is it. That is all. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. And again, fill me in on what your thoughts are on the whole Erika Girardi situation. Did she know? Did she not know? Is she guilty? Is she not guilty? You know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye now.